Yo, it's your boy Coinstock here, back at it again, stuffing these duffel bags and collecting that cheddar. Before I begin, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a friend trying to educate you. All right, so haven't seen you guys in a while. How you doing? Obviously, last time I talked to you guys, the crypto market had better price charts for sure. And that got me thinking, I'm going to stop showing as many projects or being so passionate about, especially like MMF, which completely crapped the bed, right? But I mean, I'll still show like projects every now and again, but I really actually want to get into the nitty gritty of like the news and what it potentially could mean for the crypto market as a whole. So I got timestamps, hopefully, in the description. So if you want to skip around and look around, parts of the video, go ahead, But, let's get into the news, right? So, well, first of all, look at these charts, man. It's not what it used to look like, I know. But honestly, there might be some upside if you could look at this news. There's definitely some upside with Ethereum and all these other projects coming out with their own news. Everybody's been building behind the scenes in this crypto winter. But let's go ahead and look at the first bit of news that we got here, right? So the first bit of news is share of Americans invested in cryptocurrency grows by 125% despite crypto winter. And we'll look more into this one right here. So the cryptocurrency market is in turmoil with assets like Bitcoin, BTC, registering significant lows in recent months, a factor that can presumably sway the investment trend among Americans. However, the number of investors opting to get involved in the sector is growing despite the lingering uncertain future as digital assets operate in an environment marred by a struggling economy and the threat of harsh regulations. So let's see. In particular, data acquired by Finbold indicates that as of the 2022 summer season, 18% of Americans had invested in different cryptocurrencies. The figure represents a growth of 125% from the share of 8% of Americans who had a stake in the crypto space during the summer of 2020. By the 2022 summer, 15% of Americans still had plans to invest in cryptocurrencies, highlighting the belief in the sector despite the market downturn. The value represents a growth of about 36.36% from 11% of Americans who had expressed the intention to venture into the cryptocurrencies during the summer of 2020. So it's showing that although we got this crypto winter going on and, everything's kind of looking red, there's still people very much interested, at least Americans anyway, that want to jump in, and that doesn't even include worldwide, right? So there's definitely, especially with like, for instance, what is it? I think it's EIP 1557 or 1559, which introduced a burning mechanic in Ethereum and other layer ones and side chains and what have you followed suit. So excuse me. So obviously there's some interest there coming in, and all this interest is gonna, take away some supply. And as we've seen like 2 weeks ago, or no, not 2 weeks ago, literally like 4 days ago, like Ethereum burned like a whole buttload of Ethereum because of all the interest coming in. I think it was actually because of this new project that released called Zen Crypto, but we'll get into that further. Oh, and by the way, if I didn't say it, I think I've already have, but we're going to look at a project that I think is actually really dummy pretty cool. All right. So we're still going to be showing some projects. So let's continue. All right, drivers for continued investment in crypto. Several drivers are likely informing this trend, with making quick money standing out. Over the years, crypto has been considered to return significant profits in a short time compared to traditional assets like stocks. In this case, investors who missed out on last year's bull run, led by assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, are potentially buying in the dip with the expectations the sector will rally again, which is honestly good news because once people start joining in, they'll start seeing, they'll start researching, they'll start joining other forums, seeing people talk about it, and they can really, really take an in-depth learn about it, right? And if you want any of the sources of these articles, they'll be in the description too, hopefully, but we'll see, So, of importance to mention is that young investors are potentially among the advocates of investing in crypto, as a majority hold a genuinely positive outlook on the sector. The growth among investors has also correlated with the ability to easily purchase cryptocurrencies with the emergence of new apps catering to the needs of retailers. Like a really good point would be Polygon Matic and partnering with Robinhood. And it's just like those things right there where it's making it easier and easier, like ease of access, like even Google Cloud, right? There was news about Google Cloud partnering and like yeah, being able to accept cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? It's like the more of these megacorps, right? Or just more adoption, the more spread around and more easy for people to get into it, right? So, in the long run, crypto proponents maintain that the rate of investments will likely grow because previous years have laid the foundation for building the proper infrastructure. That's right. You know, say like the 2017 bull run, it it was still, everything was still in its infancy compared to now, where everybody was building in the background constantly through crypto winter, or like when the crypto market was heating up, the people were always building and making the crypto sector stronger, right? So enough of this news article. Let's go to the next one, right? And it's still by Finbold, and we're going to scroll all the way up. America's oldest bank to be first mainstream lender to roll out crypto services. That is right. So, who is this bank? Let's see who this is. So the oldest bank in the United States, BNY Mellon, has received regulatory approval to offer cryptocurrencies to its select customers interested in Bitcoin, BTC, and Ethereum ETH. So the approval issued by the New York regulator will see the lender become the first mainstream bank to offer cryptocurrencies alongside traditional products on the same platform. As per the license requirements, the bank will store the keys required to access and transfer customer cryptocurrencies alongside offering bookkeeping services. And the bookkeeping on cryptocurrencies will affect fund managers for their portfolios, including stocks, bonds, commodities, and other assets. So it's like a I don't want to say double-edged sword, but I'll just say, for a lack of a better term, like not only are consumers getting this ease of access, like for instance Robinhood, or like these other forex, like foreign exchanges and all this, where like they make direct partnerships with the smart contract platforms or what have you, but you know there's also like institutions that can get this easy access, like for instance through BNY Mellon. So like the more people that jump into the crypto sector, the more people they are drawing in with ease of access. And I think the bookkeeping services is pretty cool for the institutions too, that really, it might seal the deal for some. But let's continue. So, the services are expected to go live later this week, with BNY Mellon planning to expand to other customers after meeting the regulatory requirements. Touching more than 20% of the world's investable assets, BNY Mellon has the scale to reimagine financial markets through blockchain technology and digital assets. We are excited to help drive the financial industry forward as we begin the next chapter in our innovation journey, said Robin Vince, Chief Executive Officer of BNY Mellon. Furthermore, BNY Mellon added an internal survey indicating that there is institutional demand for a scalable financial infrastructure that can support both traditional and digital assets. So it's just showing, that all these institutions, they want to jump right in, and like, of course, BNY Mellon too, and, other banks will follow suit. Like there's already, JP Morgan, and like some like smaller ones like Square, right? Like, once these banks start jumping in and they're seeing the money that they're making, other banks will follow suit, and then more institutions will follow suit, because nobody wants to be left behind, at least in the institutional way. And nobody, like consumers either, but, people are starting to run out of crypto space, at least in the blue chips, So that's all for that, right? That's all I can see there. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next news article, which is crypto analyst believes Ethereum will kickstart one of the biggest bull markets in history. So let's go ahead and look what they're saying. So, as the cryptocurrency sector continues struggling to regain its strength, one analyst anticipates an exceptionally bullish future for its second largest asset by market capitalization, Ethereum ETH. Specifically, if historical patterns from 2016 through 2017 are any indicator, Ethereum could be in for one of the largest bull markets in the history of the crypto industry, according to a tweet published by the synonymous crypto analyst Mustache on October 11th. And we already know, like we just talked about, the Ethereum improvement proposal that integrated or like added a burning mechanism, and as we've seen before, and actually it talks about later in the article, so we'll look in the article in a minute. So the analyst noted in his technical analysis that the pattern from 2016 to 2017 repeats almost identically, which according to him means that Ethereum will soon start one of the biggest bull markets in the history of cryptocurrencies. And as you can see, this is 2016 to 2017, and same here with Ethereum 2021 to 2022. So it's going to be boom shakalaka, according to him. I'm not a financial advisor, you know what I mean? So let's see. Other bullish indicators. Another indicator of a potential future price hike for Ethereum is its dwindling supply and circulation, which dropped by nearly 4,000 ETH in only 2 days. Usually fewer tokens in the circulating supply increases its value to the general public. So only 2 days, 4,000 ETH, poof, gone. Right? And if it keeps this momentum, and especially in the next bull market, we'll totally see, huge number, number amount of ETH going down. And not only that, too, there's like layer twos such as Arbitrum, Optimism, and then hopefully, Polygon's going to come out with its ZK EVM. There's a whole bunch of CK EVMs coming out of the woodwork now, and those will also utilize Ethereum, and that will put it back onto the main chain, Ethereum's blockchain, and that will also push around a bunch of ETH too. So there's just so much going on in this crypto winter, right? So top of that, the number of new Ethereum addresses by the 7-day moving average, MA, has just reached a 10-month high of 5,044. What's more, so like that's averaging 5,044. But anyway, I digress. What's more, Ethereum's open interest on the largest crypto exchange, Binance, has risen by 10% to its all-time high of 1.3 million ETH as fresh capital started entering the market. At the same time, Ethereum added 135,780 new ETH addresses to its network on October 8th, which is the highest number recorded since December 7th, 2021, despite its social activity dwindling post-merge, as Finbold reported. So that's pretty nice, showing that there's interest. People are trying to move into the Ethereum blockchain, and I guess these are like first timers, right? And then they'll see, oh, there's these layer twos where there's cheaper transactions, and oh, there's these side chains, and blah, 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 yada, yada. The more they're getting into it, right? Like as we've seen with the share of Americans, like 125% growth. Like we're seeing the crypto sector grow and grow and grow, even though it's crypto winter. So this is good news. This is still bullish, although the price is not looking so hot, right? But it's all looking bullish to me. All right. And then one more article, which seemed like an iffy article, but we're going to show it anyway, is that Binance to invest 500 million in Elon Musk Twitter buyout, right? So CZ, the outspoken CEO of a major exchange, Binance, has announced his company is planning to allocate more than $1 billion to acquisitions and investments in 2022. Binance's top project in this field is providing $500 million in financing for Elon Musk's planned takeover of the social media platform Twitter. Earlier this year, a Delaware judge ruled that Musk and Twitter have until October 28th to close the deal, with Zhao's statement indicating Binance could play a role in the potential transaction. And during that time period, Elon Musk said that he wanted to put like cryptocurrencies, for instance, like Dogecoin, implement it and like make people pay per tweet or what have you. I don't know exactly how he wants to do that. I'm not in his mind anyway, but I don't know. I don't know about all this, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's something to look at. I mean, I don't know how Binance could play a role. Maybe they have like BNB per tweet or what have you. I don't know. But Twitter is Elon Musk's now, and it's all in his hands. We'll have to see how that goes. Is there any more? Oh yeah, there is. So, the entrepreneur also said that the coming months are likely to pave the way for more consolidation within the crypto industry, as there is a lot of opportunity for mergers and acquisitions in the current market. Other major plans by Binance include its planned $200 million strategic investment in the media company Forbes. The exchange is also interested in becoming an investor in gaming companies, according to Zhao. So, that's also another thing too. There's not only have people or like these chains have been building or exchanges have been building in the background, but they've also been making some acquisitions with these other crypto companies that had sweet ideas but poor business models, and now they're trying to merge them into their chain or their exchange or just their company in general. And maybe they might flip out these projects in the same light, put a couple of band-aids and bandages around it, and ship it out good as new. And maybe that might be the fix, but who knows, man? Like the landscape next bull run might look completely different, right? And that's the end of that. Now I'm going to show you the project that you've all been waiting for, if you've been waiting for it. So, stable fund. I've been in this thing probably like May, June, around that area. And it's one of those high risk, high risk, and I'm not a financial advisor, high risk projects, right? And it's powered by a state of the art AI trading bot built on Polygon chain. You earn 1.5% rewards daily, right? And there's like total investors 9,834. This doesn't seem to work, and people are like, "Oh Lord, here we go." And total rewards, it doesn't seem to work, and people are like, "Oh Lord, here we go." But no, honestly, it's just you put your Matic in there, right? And there's actually another website. This is just the beta website. You put your Matic in here, and then 1.5% daily. So let's say, hold on, let me grab a calculator real quick. Let's say you put in 1,000 Matic and 1.5% per day. You'd be making like 15 Matic per day, and it's like 40, like, so 45% of 1,450, right? Um, so 45%, like per month, you'd be making 450 Matic, which you can put back into the system and constantly compound, right? And I use this thing because it is very well, I'm very bullish on Matic, and it has been consistent since May/June to now. And as you could tell, like I've been taking profits, and there's all this all the Matic that you could see here. And like you can leave it in there and keep compounding it, or you could take profits every now and again, which that's typically what I do, because I don't know if this thing's gonna last or not. But honestly, I'd say give Stable Fund a check out. Do your own research, of course, and yeah, this is one of the projects that have been sturdy during this crypto winter, which is very, very, like all these projects are either doing something where like they get rug pulled, or like they fail and they have like a bank run. But honestly, this thing has been working well. I don't know exactly how this AI trading bot works. Like I said, enter this with caution, and only put in what you're willing to lose. Yet again, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take anything that's been said in here as advice. But yeah, that's all I had to really show you guys today. But I guess I'll see you guys later.